Hello, my name is Matt Lathrop. I'll be your instructor for Introduction to Statistics this semester. I've got two orientation videos that I want you to watch through. This first one is going to just discuss aspects of the syllabus so that you're a little bit more aware of the course expectations and how our course is going to progress this semester. Before we get into the syllabus though, I just want to encourage you to take a look at any recent announcements that have been posted every time you log into Canvas. That way, information that I'm trying to push out to the rest of the class is getting to you and you're aware of maybe any changes, updates, or just encouragement about this semester as we go. Moving on to the syllabus, this is an online asynchronous course. That means that there's no scheduled time that we're going to meet throughout the week. However, you're certainly welcome to email me or message me via Canvas at any time you have questions. I'll do my best to get back to emails and messages within 24 hours during the week, but keep in mind it might take a little bit longer to receive a reply over the weekend. I also have office hours on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. During those times, I reply to emails much more quickly, maybe not instantly if I'm getting messages from multiple folks, but you can expect much faster replies if you have questions. Or if you want to set up a Zoom session to chat virtually, you can email me and I can open that up and we can get your questions answered that way as well. We're not going to look at all the information in the syllabus here, so I would really encourage you to come back and read through it yourself. But we're going to keep hitting some of the highlights, including required materials. The good news is there should be nothing else you have to pay for this course. Our course will be running assignments through a site called MyLab Statistics. However, your access to that course was already covered by a course fee that you paid when you paid your tuition. So that online access to MyLab Statistics should be taken care of. We're going to be making use of some online software called StatCrunch. That's also included with your access to that site. And then you'll also need Zoom downloaded for our virtual proctoring sessions, and if you want to meet with me virtually during office hours. You also have the option to purchase a textbook for this course. If you do want to do that, it's completely optional. An electronic text is already included with your access to MyLab Statistics. However, if you prefer to have a physical book to look through, you're more than welcome to do that. You may also just want a basic or scientific calculator of any type. We're not going to do a lot of manual calculations in this course, but every once in a while a little bit of arithmetic or something like that, if you want that as a tool to lean on. In terms of use of technology, this is an online course which is going to be relying heavily on technology, including that external site, MyLab Statistics. We'll have virtual proctoring through Zoom, and most of the assignments in this class are going to require the use of StatCrunch, that software I mentioned above. So what you want to make sure you're thinking about is having a backup plan in case your technology fails. So keep in mind that lack of access to or malfunctioning technology may not be considered an acceptable excuse for late submissions. So think about having a backup plan if your computer or device crashes, if your home internet connection goes out. Have some backup plan so that you know what you're going to do, so that you can go work at a friend's house, coffee shop, whatever, to get those assignments completed by the due date. While we won't be meeting face-to-face, your attendance is still required and discussions will be a part of that. So your attendance week to week is going to be measured by essentially the assignments you're completing. Weekly homework assignments, quizzes, reading the e-text, watching lecture videos. And then we'll also have weekly online discussions. These discussions will generally be tied to the specific topics that we've been learning throughout the week, and will be designed to help prepare you for our written analysis assignments, which we'll discuss a little bit later on. A grading rubric for each discussion will be provided so you'll know what's expected of you in your answers and how points will be awarded. Let's see. In terms of the drop policy, any student who's not logged into Canvas or MyLab Statistics and attempted at least one assignment prior to the drop date will be dropped from this course. There are also a few conditions that could have you being withdrawn at midterm. Hopefully none of these are going to have to apply to any of you. If you are keeping up with assignments from week to week and logging in regularly, it's nothing you'll have to be concerned about. In terms of homework, that will be completed through MyLab Statistics like all of our other assignments. Homework questions will give you an unlimited attempt at each question until you get that correct, but homework does need to be submitted by the due date. If not, you can still complete those assignments after the due date with a 10% penalty applied. What that means is you should be able to finish every homework assignment in this course with at least a 90%, if not better, as long as you're willing to put in the work and go back and catch any of those assignments that might have slipped past you. Quizzes, on the other hand, have to be completed by the due date. However, a practice exam will be available to help you review and prepare. You'll also have the opportunity to unlock a second attempt at each quiz by earning a 95% or better on all of that module's homework assignments. So there's some incentive to make sure you're getting those homework assignments completed and to a high proficiency. We'll also have 3 regular exams and a cumulative final this semester. The exams are going to be taken through that same homework system, and you'll see questions similar to what you've seen on your homework assignments and quizzes. 2 of those exams will be proctored, exam 2 and the final exam. Proctoring times are already listed and available here, so you want to take a look at those and see if those times work for you. If not, the backup plan is to actually head in person to one of Heartland's testing centers, either in Normal, Pontiac, or Lincoln, to have those exams proctored in person. The other assignment that we'll have in this course is what I refer to as the written analysis assignments. Again, our discussion assignments will generally be focused on preparing us for these, but this is where, instead of simply calculating answers, we're going to look at actually creating written essay-based analyses of statistical information. Those discussion assignments, the lecture videos will be preparing us for this as we go, but this is something you're going to want to keep in mind. These are unproctored assignments with no time limit, just a set date that those have to be completed by in order to receive credit. But again, the expectation is going to be writing full sentence essay-based analyses rather than just listing a number as your final answer. You'll have a few different opportunities to improve low scores. As we already mentioned, homework can be completed late for up to 90% credit. That lasts all the way up until the due date for the final exam. Quizzes, there will be one optional quiz at the end of the semester. So whether you have a score that just didn't turn out as high as you would have liked, or if you missed a quiz, there will be one opportunity at the end of the semester to make up for that low assignment. You'll have the opportunity to replace one of your first 3 exam scores with your percentage on the final exam. The final exam itself is required no matter how you're performing in the course, but as an added benefit, if you beat out one of your previous exam scores, I'll boost that lower score to match. In terms of the written analyses, there will be 3 required assignments and 1 optional one at the end of the semester. So if you've performed really well on those first 3 exams, you're content with your score, you won't need to worry about that. But if you have one of those 3 that you'd like to boost, you'll have this optional assignment that you can submit to try to bump your grade at the end of the semester. So between that optional written analysis and the final exam, up until the very end of the semester, there are a lot of opportunities for your grade to still get a boost as long as things go well for you in those last couple assignments. We've got the exam dates and grading structure available for you to take a look at, but we'll skip down to the weekly schedule. We're going to follow a pattern of covering 3 weeks of content and then hitting both that exam and written analysis assignment, which will cover the previous 3 weeks worth of material. Our first set of assignments for Module 1 all open on August 16th, which is today, but won't be due until Wednesday, August 25th. So a little bit longer than a week, almost a week and a half, about for those first set of assignments. And from then on, we're going to follow a very standard Wednesday to Wednesday schedule. So our Module 2 assignments will open that same Wednesday that Module 1 assignments are due, and will last until that following Wednesday at the end of the day. So for this class, everything's always due on Wednesday. Hopefully keeps it easy to keep track and space your work out accordingly. If you have any questions about information in the syllabus, policies of the course, or my expectations, feel free to get in touch with me. Or if you're having trouble accessing our course, if that free access to my math labs isn't working for you, or my lab statistics isn't working for you, get in touch with me. We can figure that out as well. I hope this turns out to be a great semester for everyone. Good luck.